Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn. Let me show you a really inexpensive wireless microphone system that works remarkably well. And I'm using it right now. Yeah, so this Maono wireless mic system is less than $100 Canadian and often goes on sale for even less. Let me show you what you get in the kit, how to use it, and most importantly, how it sounds. And yes, I'm recording on it right now and throughout this entire video. The Maono WM820A1 kit comes with a wireless mic, the corresponding wireless receiver, an optional lav mic if you want to use that, and cables. There's two USB-A to USB-C charging cables, two 3.5mm audio cables, one with a TRS connector for cameras and recorders of that kind, and one with a TRRS connector for phones. It comes with two, well, what they call dead cat style windscreens and a carrying pouch. Oh, and instructions, of course. By the way, they do offer a kit with two remote microphones, but this one just has one, which is fine. Now, this device is strictly a wireless mic setup. It has no recording capability of its own. So the idea is that you clip the microphone part on the person, like me, and connect the receiver part to whatever you're recording with. And I'll point out that if your camera or phone doesn't have a 3.5mm audio input jack, you'll need to purchase an adapter to plug it in. And if you are using your phone for recording, be aware that most newer phones do not have such a jack, nor do cameras like GoPros. It's not a big deal, but it's worth knowing in advance. These adapters are not that expensive. In my case, I have the receiver unit connected to a Zoom audio recorder. Now, the really nice thing about the Maono mic system is that it is so simple to use. Both the transmitter and receiver are rechargeable with a USB-C connector. You just turn on both units with a long press on the power button, clip the mic unit on your shirt, plug the receiver into your camera or recorder, and go. There's no fussing with menus, nothing, it just works. In terms of lights and buttons, it's pretty simple. On the transmitter, there's an on-off button. When you turn it on, this LED starts flashing blue. When you turn on the receiving end, the units pair automatically and the LED turns solid blue. And of course, you can do it in either order. This other LED only turns on if you're low on power. It turns on red. And since these units run about 6 hours on a charge, you might never see that red light come on. Now, that said, there's also a mute button on the transmitter. If you push that, well, of course, no sound is transmitted, but the blue LED turns red. So this is, to me, a little bit non-intuitive, because for me, usually a solid red light means you're hot and recording. But in this case, it means you're muted. You can attach a dead cat, one of these fuzzy things, to help block wind noise if you're outside. So let's listen to my favorite test sentence. First, here indoors. Here it goes. Cut the pie into large parts. Now, here it is without the windscreen outside in a bit of a wind. It might be easy for you to say, just step out and take this wind test. It's -5 Celsius, 10 km/h wind. I'm freezing my hands off out here. Here's the test sentence. I'll turn into the wind a little bit more. Cut the pie into large pieces. And here it is with the windscreen on in that same wind. Cut the pie into large pieces. If you want a more discreet look for your microphone, because after all, this is a little bit chunky, you can use the nice compact lavalier mic that is included in the kit. And just to show that what the sound is like coming through that, let's do that test sentence again. I'm still outside. Cut the pie into large pieces. That's it, I'm freezing. Okay, on the receiving end, there's an output port that you use to connect to your camera or recording device. And as I said, you'll need an adapter to connect to a phone or camera with no 3.5mm jack. Also on the receiver, there's a headphone monitoring port if you want to check your audio level in real time. The power button on the receiver works exactly the same way as the transmitter, a long press to turn it on or to turn it off. And it's the same LED arrangement as well. Solid blue means you're good to go. On the receiver, there are gain up and gain down buttons, but frankly, I would just leave them alone. The gain starts off high and quickly drops to nothing with maybe 3 pushes. And I have to say, like any small devices like this, it can be tough to see the labels for the buttons, but at least for this one, it's pretty easy. The top button is power, and hey, don't worry about the other ones. What else is there to say? Build quality. Well, frankly, they feel a bit cheap, but certainly robust enough to take normal wear and tear. And they're super light, 28 grams for each unit. I didn't test the range, but they claim to work up to 50 meters apart, which is certainly good enough for any reasonable application. So yeah, if you're looking for a simple, inexpensive wireless microphone for your YouTube channel or vlogging or whatever, consider this Maono product. The Maono folks were kind enough to provide me this kit in exchange for the review. There's an affiliate link in the description below that will give you the normal price, but toss me a small commission if you use the link. Thanks for watching, and especially for listening.